listeners, Harika here, and I'm super excited to welcome you to UppTalk. If you're ready to learn and get your hands work wonders in the world of information technology, then you're in the right place. When I say UppTalk, we are not just another edtech company. Consider we are your learning partner committed to unlocking your full potential. Whether you're stepping into the world of technology for the first time or looking to advance your career, we provide top-tier, hands-on courses to build up your career. Let's take our first step towards learning here and explore it.
Two people are in offered stage and there's an error. What is the error? A chunkable cross-it? I don't know what it is. I think we can still go. Click on Candidates Grid. Candidate. Scroll down. Two of them are in hire. When these three job BPs are very much interrelated. First, we have to create a job rec and the job rec BP is triggered. Then job application. Once the job, what time the hiring trigger, hire trigger within the job application or after the job application is completed. Once the job application triggers, it leads to triggering of review BP. And once we complete the review BP, it then asks us to which next stage we want to move. And likewise, we can move the person to phone screen assessment interview or a reference check. Once we select the status as hire BP now, then ready for hire BP gets triggered. And it leads to triggering of those 4 or 5 BP as for the candidate type. It could be the hire BP itself. It could be add job, change job or convert to employee like this. Did the vendor cross off a BP? Did the vendor cross off a BP? No, these are hire BP. These are the last steps of job application or where they trigger like that. I see this. This is the last step. After the battery check is clear and they click on hire. No, not on clicking. Let's do one thing. Can you create one prospect and create a job app for him? Would you create a new prospect? Yes, create a new prospect, then create a job application. I don't know what the challenge is coming. I don't know what the challenge is coming. I don't know what the challenge is coming. I don't know why you're sticking long. Refresh. This was happening with my last candidate tools. Something else is happening to you. Because we were having something recently. Somebody tried to hire an employee in a job rec, and then within the job rec he did something as he'd bring another job rec during the process, and now the same job rec he used for hiring somebody. It was not available to hire somebody else. I was thinking like when you create a job rec for specific position you want to hire. Unless the whole process is completed, the person is the highest stages and he hired, then that job rec is available for to hire another person. It depends upon the number of openings. If you have only one opening and you have hired for that person, it will be filled. And if you again want to do the hiring with that, you need to edit the job rec and add the number of openings or add the position. And then likewise it will be open, but it will lead to triggering of edit job requisition VP and not the job rec. I mean it's at the same time. We can use same job rec to hire two different people. we can use the same time. If we have defined like number of openings as 2, we can. Because yesterday we had the issue that was all over the place. Like he wanted to hire somebody on the same. He hired it already. And then he said my job rec is not available. Because during the process he in the middle, he changes our rec and another rec was came, and then he ultimately hired another rec, not the one who's supposed to. And then he said, I want this rec to be open. I could hire somebody else. Somebody else. Edit job rec VP got triggered, and I think you cannot move across a candidate from one job rec to another in between. You can only move between evergreen and normal job rec. In that case, like what you can do, you can create a new job application for your new job rec and move the candidate directly to the stage where he was at the end. That he doesn't go through all those stages again. Internally, you can do this setup. Like you, create another job application business process, the whole business process. Since we have same support, right? Your BPs would be same in the tenant. The job rec BP will also be the same. It's just that a new job rec is getting created, right? A new job rec is getting created, but you want to utilize the same old candidate who was, let's suppose, in interview stage at that time, right? In that case, like what you can do, you can create a job application. You can create a new job application as a recruiter in the system, and you can transfer that candidate to the required stage in that new job rec. Now create job application. You can create a new job application. You remember your support number, right? Your job rec number. Create. Do you have any prospect already? You need to create prospect first. Duplicate it or whatever. You can create prospect. Your prospect. Just fill in these details, only the important ones. No need of going into each and every one. We read the name at least. It's already an error coming up. There's some issue in your tenant. Just try to click on, and then if it's not working, I'll screen share. You have the same GMS, or I have a remote desktop. It's a bit different. Create prospect is when somebody has not a prospect is the one who doesn't apply yet. That's how we create them. It could be like the candidate has come on the external career side and given his info as prospect. The recruiter can use that prospect directly, or recruiter can also create prospect. Like he might have seen him on some platform or any other platform offline. And he says, let me create a job app for you. And he can do the back end processing. Then employee will know that the proper will know that we communicate that we want him to apply to the website, external side. Then we move from there. From here, I think, show me the error. I don't know what is the process. which one you created. We found it. It was David Kelly. This is Ethan Kelly. Somebody else not. They're saying that they found duplicates of work days fetching this result. Cancel this. And change the name of the person or edit prospect. Oh, it's not even created. No, it's not. Again created. And that they sensitize the world. For this job application, we only create one time and then we maintain it in the template, and it should automatically fetch for every candidate, right? What the job? Job application. Job application. Let me show you the process. I'll first create prospect. I can mention the source of this prospect, his details. All the job application information would be asked over here as well. I'll click on. Now my prospect profile has got created, and these are the only details. I'll now create the job application for him. And the candidate will get an email that we read a profile for him and he can apply. He will get some information during the job application process wherever candidate ourselves has been included as a security group. But I don't think we have included any notifications yet on our VP's job application. VP. If I open it, I will continue to take the process, and I can see you next time. Currently, this is the one now. Currently, there are only 2 notifications. One will trigger when the beep is rescinded. Another one will trigger to candidate on entry during the review candidate step. Let's see if you will be getting the email ID on. What is your job rec ID? 40. I don't know. Macy's manager is not mine. I don't know. Somebody used mine. Macy's manager. This is basically the job application template. Let me see. We did not create any job application template. I don't know. I'm not sure. 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 This was created by a small. This is a. The management skill. Let me keep it there. Company. It's not a strict, but still it would show an error if you're not putting anything here. It's a, I would say, Workday bug. They should have put a here, the stroke. Language would be. I think it will last for abilities. I have created the job application for. And there's a review process now. And it is a waiting action by 16 people. Can you just check if you got any? Thank you for applying email. I got it. Thank you for applying. If this would have been an external candidate who have applied through the external career side, no on his candidate home account, he would have got the message along with his Gmail ID, valid Gmail ID. This is also an external candidate only, but it is created by recruiter. He's also the same one. Only the way of creation of his job app is different. Now it's going to happen. There's one active job application, and if I click on actions, I can move the candidate. And here also I could see 16 people who can work on this review. Review action step. And the internal candidate, they automatically get the notification as we populate it when the internet apply from the jobs. Absolutely. Whichever valid email ID is there. It could be his work email. On that he could get, or on his Gmail ID somewhere over there also. There won't be any candidate home account internally, but there's a new update which I got to know. I don't know if it's in production yet or not. Like how we created our customized external career site. No, for internal career site as well, we can do the customization. We not only always have to go on find job. We can customize the layout and branding and everything for the client as well. There are multiple ways by which I can take action on the job app. One is from here. One on going into the inbox. I have to review. The review BP has been triggered here. You can also go to the job rec. Yes, that is what I was going to do. Currently, like this is reassigned apparently. I have to review. Let me go to the job. I could see. Now should we see it as well? It is saying reassign this task even though a waiting action is going to these people. All these people. I don't know. I don't know why they have put it. Review has only one step, right? The job application. I don't know why they have to review. I don't know why they have to do it. But I don't know why they have to review the application. But I don't know why they have to review the application. No, you took the review candidate here. It has to, I should. It is going to initiate her as well. Since Logan created the job app. That's why she is able to go on the profile and do the actions. But still a reassign option is visible as well. It is not going to a proper security group. But I still see the option of move forward because I initiated it. I am the initiator for Shruti site. These all the job application that was created before, like Ask My Login. I don't know why it came Logan McNeil as a name. When we click on them, then we can move forward them from if we select the box checkbox on the top. If I click here, move forward, I would be able to move forward to next stage. This is basically a little bit different. Here they are selecting the jobs, the candidate next stage. For example, if I open the job application BP, Currently, I'm in review, right? What it is saying, move selected candidate to next stage. These are the next stages. From where these are coming, these are the next possible steps. For review, let's suppose if I select phone screen as my next stage. And if I go into that particular stage, it has all these next possible steps. All these things would be visible in the next step. As for this next stage, which we have selected, it is saying move selected to next step. That is because I've selected this here. These are the possible ones which could be made as the next step. If I open this, I have recruiter screen. Manager screen is not visible. How do we see the manager? This is the Twitter screen. How do we know? Wait, I'll select from here. Let me complete this one. And when I am going to move forward from this stage, no, then I'll be able to see manager phone screen. These are the steps within this stage. Move selected candidates to next stage. From where he would move from review. These are the next possible. The phone screen is coming. And that's it. Let me click on. We don't have to select this next step. This one. Actually, this is coming by default. As for this, that's the reason. Now phone screen has been triggered. This screen VP might have been triggered again. It is going unassigned. If I open the screen, we know it would have somewhere initiator. It has initiator again. That's why we don't keep initiator, even though I'll be able to move her forward. Now I could see manager phone screen as the next possible stage, as the next possible step. I'm moving the candidate from phone screen stage itself. And I have all these next possible steps. If it is getting confusing for you, let me just discard it and go to the profile of the candidate. From here also I could move the candidate. Currently I'm in recruiter phone screen. I can move the candidate to all these next possible steps or stage, whatever it is. If I select phone screen manager phone screen, no again, it will give me all these next possible steps. Let me see manager and I'll just go again. Now the screen BP has been triggered. Let me see how it goes. It took me again to this screen only. From here I can move forward. I can move forward from here also. These are the next possible stages. We are still in this screen stage only of the job application. And these were the next possible steps. If I click here, from here also I can move candidate. On the right side, go back. On the right side of the screen, there was the manager or something. I will say, on the right side, in progress. It's a parallel process or the next process. But this is what they want me. It's awaiting me action. If I'll go here now, they will ask me to do the actions only. That's it. Whether I want to move or whether I want to decline. If I'll see the BP definition, here I have to make the decision of screen candidate that whether he would be moved forward or whatever. Let me check if this is the decision making step up. I don't think. Screen candidate would be like an offline procedure would occur and he would do the screening. And then after this, a particular step should be included of making the decision. A particular decision. This is the only decision making step. In this screen, candidate. Like it would be the responsibility of the required security group of how he would be conducting that step offline or in Workday through any other communication. But in Workday, the work would be to only move him forward or decline him, like make a certain decision. This would be done in 3 ways over here on the screen. One is by job rec. One is from this profile. And what was the third way? I'm sorry. In this first one. And this is showing you the state where if you go, can you profile it, show you the state like he's on a screening stage. And then if I move him forward, now let me move him to assessment. And he stays like, I'm sorry. Now why like? Didn't get reassigned option for manager phones. Because now clearly, it is like clear that the initiator is Logan. She's initiating the manager phone screen BP. That's why. Now what it is saying, I've initiated the assess BP. It's in progress. Let me check the process. Manager phone screen and this screen. This is about screen. Let me open the overall process. Job application overall process. I'll go to the process. The job application got triggered. Review got triggered. In the review, like there were 3. And some of them got automatically completed. Another one was reassigned. Then screen occurred. Screen first occurred for a recruiter phone screen. And it led to triggering of screen candidate and screen candidate. One got reassigned. Another one was screen, again screen. Now they assess candidate. Did you get any inbox item? Let me check. Let me check. We have not included any assessment. How could? How did you go to the last screen? You show me the job application, but usually I did the job record. The whole thing. No worries. I'll go to the inbox. Because that's where the easy way to see which area. I'll go to the archive. I could see the overall status for job application in progress for screening. It was completed. Screening. It was completed review. It was completed. Job application running to party. She's somebody else. I'll go to this. And over here, overall process, I'll click job application. But now, job requisition has nothing to do with this process. You can write the job application and the name of the person or rec number. This is easy way to understand because when the funnel come I get a little confused. Even in these stages, these steps we miss. If we miss any stuff, like sometimes they are background check. There's some steps are parallel and then they skip any step. And then the recruiter asked us to reassign them to step. That get really confusing. That way to go. Resigning, resigning. Resigning occurs when we don't have any user on that security group. Check by Workday and backend. Skipping option. It is something coming from the BP configuration itself. If we have made that, step as optional. That security group user could just skip it and it will move on to the next step. That's it. And they're not getting badly triggered. They are getting triggered in sequence. For example, job application got triggered. It led to triggering of review. Once review was completed and review decision was taken that which would be the next stage. And recruiter selected or Logan selected screening. Then it led to triggering of screen BP. Again in the screen, we again selected the manager phone screen. Again it led to triggering of screen. And from screen we initiated assess. Now assess candidate B is getting triggered. We have to find out the way how we can move from job right for A. From the inbox or from the main candidate home. We can go and process that. And if we have any error here, we can come in correct these steps. Sometime resign in the correct. Whatever we want to do to make sure they're in a. Most of the time they skip any step and they say, I can move the candidate to the next stage. But we cannot skip every step because it depends upon the configuration. If I open this, we have this column optional. If we are making it, yes, only that step could be skipped. But yes, you're talking about the job application BP. In that yes, we can select the next possible step as per our convenience. And then the in between will be skipped. Right? That is true. Let me go. Can you go back to the job break? And then those candidates which I moved from different cities. They're on hire. Let me see from where. Since they're in hire, they cannot be moved forward. But let me see what is. It was 0, 1, 2, 4, 0. Once they reach the highest state, then this job application. This is the last step of the job application business process. Yes. Once we do the hiring, we will trigger the hire BP. Then it is taken care of by the same team, mainly. But in some companies, like sometimes recruiters also need to look into the hire BP and in that onboarding steps. All those, that is part of that same. What was the job? To do. If I open this or who are in hire, let me see. These two people are in fire. From here. Only these three things were triggered. Background check. Thank you for applying and background check. Let me check the worker history. I'll go to action. This telecandidate, I cannot see them because he's not hired yet. No worries. This is also issue. Sometime I want to fix the BP as a candidate. There's no history. I don't know where to find a job, find a business process to fix it or correct it. I think we can go that way like BP, job application, and direct name or the candidate name. I could go to Logan as well and go to archive. There's a recruiter and many hiring managers should have. They would have been able to get this. Logan is both. Logan is both. Being like a admin role, in admin role. I wouldn't be able to see these things. It was, I think it's not this one. Can't you survive job application and then? No, that was surely job application says it because it's completed already. No, we will search for John. I don't have the option to create freedom. No, you did it yesterday. No, 5 to 8 was same to your class. Oh, when did you do it? Now. We just need any one of it, we'll see. This is the BP effect. Click on this. Oh, it's completed. This is the overall process. And if I click on process, 21 items are triggered. You skip these interview ones. Then offer was submitted. Then proposed which was part of offer. Then generate. Then this was skipped. Then background check. And ready for hire was completed. This was not required. You can do it. And it automatically triggers the hiring process. When once we complete or there's a manual. Yesterday we had an issue actually. We went through it. Remember that I was telling you the job record has issues. We fixed the job record and then we enter the job application again. We went through all the stages and then there was no option to hire him. Then we had to manually go to the task hire employee. And then we finally able to hire him. Once you have edited your job right, how you started with the candidate. We resigned the whole process. He has to post the job record games from the beginning. And then, after completing the BP job record, then we triggered a job application. And then we were able to see the hire options. And then we went to the task and hire employee. Task we use and then automatically approve all the approval. And then he was hired. This should be automatically triggered the hiring process after this stage is completed. No. Once you're editing the job record, it means you have made changes in the job opening. It needs to be first edit job record. BP should be completed. And then again the job application will start. It is not happening at runtime. If you're making any changes on your external career site, also in Workday, it will not reflect automatically. You have to unpost the job portal and then post it again. This is how it happens. Even if you have made changes in the job rate, still you need to go through the job app again. It will not resume from the stage when it was previously. We have to edit job break and then now we're on. Edit. This BP will trigger B job. We have this BP as well. One more thing. I think there was some option. I have to teach you that once we do the testing of this note, that is my next topic. It is again a very important topic from interview perspective and from implementation. Also, it's just that simply we are going to automatically advance a candidate to the next stage or automatically decline him on the basis of a particular condition. Let's suppose if a job application has been created and if, let's suppose, the candidate is less than 18 years. We want, in that case, the job app to be automatically declined by Workday. We don't want it to be triggered even into the inbox of Recruit or Manager. We have to do that. Set up on the job app. We'll see that later. And also the one more rule-based BP configuration. Rule-based BP configuration. It is part of XML concept. It is a way of not triggering the default definition but some other definition on the basis of a condition. If I go and search for related action of the BP now, not here. If you can view definition, it will give you some steps. I'm randomly opening any BP. Let's suppose if I don't want default definition to trigger. I'll go to related action. And here rule-based business process configuration. I'll click on. or add my rule. And here would be the definition I want to trigger based on this condition. What Workday will do? He will first look into these rules. And if they satisfy, then this BP will get triggered. And if none of them get satisfied, then the main default definition will get triggered. If I include a different for creating a job right, if selling it as one assignment as well in the job right, they want to change some reason and base or those reason. Instead of finding the default definition, they want to skip the manual. We skip the manual approval. Is I have to configure the job rec with a specific condition. Like if I change that, if I open your alpha, let's suppose this is the default definition in your system. What we will look into this. But if, let's suppose, we don't want this to trigger, we want something else. We'll go related action BP and, oh sorry, I clicked on the wrong. I'll go to BP and this is a rule-based business process configuration. And here I would put my rule. I'll create the rule. Here it's written up job rec. Reason is acquisition. You can just look into this as business process reason and the selection list is true. This is the appropriate rule for you as well. And then you have to mention here the definition. Currently, it is not available, but in your system, you'll be able to see it. We have to create a definition, separate definition as well, right? And then I hear you. Where will we wait? Let's check the inbox item. I'll go to our grave. This was the one we were working on. Did you get any email item? Any? Give me one. Even though we have not attached any assessment still. No, the last one I got you was. Thank you for applying. That's it. That is because we have not added any assessment. There's no any integration in the system. What I'll do, I'll go to the profile and move forward. I'll skip this assessment, state itself. From assessment, these are the next possible stages. Let me open schedule interval. It is again going to reassign because initiator would be there. Let me go into the inbox. Let me reassign no issue. That's why we have to be sure about the security groups and everything. Otherwise, reassign and assigned and interview. This is the one. Let me reassign to Logan. This is how the task looks like of scheduling the interview. They will ask me who would be the interviews, what would be the duration, putting 50 minutes. Then what is the interview type? Whether it is telephonic or in person. We can maintain these types in the system as well. Then which competencies this interviewer is going to check. What would be the questionnaire the person is going to ask? And what are the notes? Anything. Any additional instructional text. Then we can also mention use same location or room and overall comment. And I'll click on. Date has to be given. Let me give today's date only. We have to make sure that the required notifications are set. We have to make sure that the information is going to be added. We have to make sure that the information is going to be added. Let me click on schedule again. It will ask me for interviews again. And start time, nothing duration is mine. Click on. And I'll click on submit. Let me go into the inbox again. Schedule interview, schedule interview. Now manage interview, feedback by recruiter. I need to reassign again. Are there any inbox item for your Gmail? Just previous. I think we have to set up. Maybe in the next class we can set up some notifications. We need to. These are the possible recruiting admin. Let me go to Steve Morgan. And now I need to. Manage interview feedback. In, you cancel interview feedback. Let me just submit it and see. The request submit. Participant control for interview is completed. This is a notification kind of a thing came to the inbox of the person reassigned. Process by background process. If I click on this job application, make interview decision. Logan has to do it. There would have been one. This iPhone project launch date email from director. Some system generated notification which might have gone then. Dated by again. What does it show? These show the stages of what the thing you would. These are basically the email communication which went to the candidate. Otherwise, he could see the active job application here itself and he could have done it. Here, I would go later. Thank you. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@uptalk.com.